Today's daf is Masechta Sota, Daf Mem Zayin. We're at the bottom of Mem Vav Mem Beis, towards the middle of the line by the two dots, where the Gemara says Vatetzena Shetayim. So it's basically a continuation from the discussion we had before. It says Malachim L'gabe Shmuel and the Dubim that came out with the children. So it says Vatetzena Shtayim Dubim in Ayar Vatavakano Mehem Abar Mashne Yeladim. So, and it killed the 42 Yeladim. So it's Machlekes Rav Shmuel. Chad Amar, that was a nace, and Chad Amar nace b'seich nace, it was two nace. Mad Amar nace, one of them says it was a nace, holds Yar Hava, there was a forest there, but Dum Lei Hava, there were not bears. And they came in nace. So Mad Amar nace b'seich nace, because Yar Hava, because Lo Yar Hava, there was not a forest, but Lo Dum Hava, there were no bears. And both of them came in nace. Fracting Amar v'lehevet Dubim v'lehevet Yar. Why can't it just be bears and not be a Yar? Why did the creation of a Yar have to be part of the nace? So the Gemara, to be easy, the bears are scared to start up where there's nowhere to run. So that's why it had to be accompanied by a Yar. Zak the Gemara, Amar Chanina, B'shvil Abar Mashnayim Karbanas Shehikar Melech Moyav Hufku Yisrael Abar Mashnayim London. That the reason why the 42 children died is because the Karbanas that Balak Melech Moyav was Makriv, so that's why there were 42 children lost. Zakting Gemara, Frakting Gemara, Aini, is it true? Amar Yehuda Marav, Yehuda Marav says, Lo Ilam Yasig Adam B'Torah B'Mitzvah is a person should always be Isaac and Torah and Mitzvah for Afal Pi Shalei Shema, even though he's being Isaac Shalei Shema. Why Shem Tech Shalei Shema Bala Shema? Because from doing a Shalei Shema comes a Shema. It brings a Rai Shem B'Schar Abba Mishnayim Karbanas Shekov Balak Melech Moyav. Because you see the reward that the 42 Karbanas that Balak Melech Moyav was Makar Zachav Yatzim and a Rus, where he was Zeichel Rus came out of him. Sheyatzim and a Shloim, that Shloim came out of him. Shekasav Bey, that it says on him Malachim Parak Alf. Melachim Alf Parak Yimal Lachadal Elaf Oiles Yal Shloima. He made 1,000 oiles. For Amar Rabbi Yosi ben Chayin, Rabbi Yosi ben Chayin says that Rus was the daughter of Egloin, the son of Balak. So you see that the reward for Balak was that Rus came out of him and not the death of Yeladim, of the children. So the Gemara, Tavasai Mia L'Klalahavi. However, his desire was for Klala, and his schar was, therefore, because Lamaisa, his intention was a Klala, so therefore his schar was the Misa Sayaladim also. Zakti Gemara, Vayomer Anshe Yirel Elisha, the people of the city of Yericho told Elisha, Hinena Moshe Ve'ir Toiv, Kashar Adoni Roya. So Frakting Gemara, if the mayim was bad and the land wasn't good, so what was so good about it? So that everything looked good and the people that lived there. The three chinos, Makam al Yoshev, a place on its people lived there. Chen Isha al Baila, that even a person, an ugly woman looks nice to her husband. And Chen Mekach al Mekchai, the chen that a bad mekach has on the person, on the buyer. Zakti Gemara, on the Gemara speaks about the punishment of Lisha got. Tanar Rabbana Shloisha Chala and Chala Isha. He's got three diseases. Echad Shegeridum B'Tinaikis. Ve'echad Shedchafi L'Gechazi V'Shtei Daim. He pushed Gechazi to Yadayim. Ve'echad Shemeis By. So the Gemara says they were neged. One was because he put he incited the doom to go into Noikas, and one that Chafe L'Gechazi V'Shtei Daim. Echad Shemeis By. Shenemar, that says Malachim Beis Parak Dal Pasik Parak Yigim Pasik Dal V'Lisha Cholos Cholos Yamas. So you see, it's a meramis to the three chalam. It says Chala Cholya and Ashi Yamas Bay. Zakti Gemara, Tanra Banan Lo Elam. When someone gets muster, you shouldn't push him away. The Hey Smoil Doicha Yemima Karabas. Should push away with the left hand, and let the right one bring closer, to leave open the door for tshuva. Loike Elisha, not like Elisha that pushed Gechazi with both his hands and Gamri pushed him away. Loike Yeshua ben Paracha should chaf alecha t'midim v'shtei, not like Yeshua ben Paracha that pushed one of his hamidim with two hands. Zakti Gemara Elisha Mahi, where did he push him? Zakti Gemara, the Chsivit says that when Gehazi asked Naaman for reward when Elisha didn't want him, so it says Vayomer Naaman Hoyol Kach Ki Kiroyim. Hoyol Kach Ki Kiroyim. So Naaman told Gehazi, swear to me that Elisha sent you, and it says in Balachim Parakeh Pas Chavav Vayomer Elav. Elisha told Gehazi, "Loyli b'halach hashavach Ishmael kamar kavta korsecho ha'is lakach sakesav lakach v'godim v'zeis mechum tzoyin v'akar avadim shvachos." So, the Gemara, mi shakol kuli high. Did it take so much? It says kesav v'godim hu shakol. So the Gemara, no, Itaka did take so much. Amar Yitzchak b'Yisrael Shai Elisha Isaac b'shmoyne shtratzim. Amar loy, and Elisha told Gehazi, Rasha Gias litos schar shmoyne shtratzim. You should take the schar of Gehazi told Elisha, you should take the schar of your Torah in this world. And therefore he pushed him legamri with his klola. And it says v'tzaras Naaman tidbak b'cha v'zarach lo elam. And it says arba anashim hayim v'tzaram v'amiyechan zeh Gehazi yishloishes banav. So the pasuk says also Vayter. It says v'yelech Elisha Damasek, that Elisha went Damasek. Lama halach zakti Gemara Rabbi Yochanan shalach lahach zira leGehazi b'tshuva. Tried to get Gehazi to tshuva, v'lo chazar, and he would not return. Amaloi. Elisha told him, Chazar b'cha, return, Amaloi, so Gehazi kach magulanim b'cha, as a kabel you, kol mi shechata v'hechti es harabim, somewhere that is chayta and is machti rabim, he must speak miyad las tshuva, and he can't return anymore. So my avad, what did he do in order to machti rabim? Ikad ha'amri even she'eves talul lechatas yiravam. He put a metal stone, he was toiling Gehazi lechatas yiravam, on the egel that Yeravim made, ve'midoi bin Shemayim la'aretz, and he put it between Shemayim and Aretz, and the public thought that there was something really to it. And some say Shem Chakak la'apuma, he put Shem Kodesh on its mouth, v'hoisei meres, and it would say the dibris anech v'liyelecha, and people thought it was mamash egel. Ikad Amri, and some say Rabbanon dacha mikamei, Rabbanon pushed him away from Elisha. The Chsivit says in Paragraph Pasuk Aleph Malachim Ayirmini Anavim Elisha Hina Na Makom Shanachim Yeshim Sham Lefanav Tzar Mimenu Bechlal Da'adin. Until now, before they pushed Gehazi, Le'am D'Chika wasn't tight. So in Mizrah it says that Gehazi pushed him. So like the Gemara, Yeshua ben Parachta Mahi. Where do you find Yeshua ben Paracha pushed away with two hands? Like the Gemara, could have a kakatol Yanei Malkal Rabbanon. When he killed Yanei Malkal Rabbanon, he hid, his sister hid him. He went into Mitzrayim, have a shlama. When there was shalom, shalach Hashem sent Yeshua. Mini Yerushalayim er HaKodesh l'chol Alexandria shel Mitzrayim achoisi bali shor b'soichem and Yeshev Hashem Mema. Amar, so Yeshua said, Shema Mino havali shlama. You see that there's peace now. Now we can return. He stood in front of them. He gave him a lot of honor. He said, how nice is this host? One of some Talmidim told him he thought that he was being Meshabech, the Yoifi of Baal Zabayis, Rebbe Eine Terutos. He said her eyes are round. Amar so Yeshua said, Rasha b'kachat ha'isek. You think that's what I'm being with? You're looking at Ishasish. Apek arba mea shipuri. So he hired 400 people from Machazin, Vishamte, and he put him in either Kol Yamas Lakameh, came into him to Meratzim. The Loi Kibli Yeshua was Makabel him, and that's how he pushed him away Legamri, because he did not leave him away to do tshuva. Yoyim Achad, have a Kari Krishma. One day Yeshua was reading Shema. Also Lakameh, the Talmud came in Haga, he came in front of him. Yeshua had a mind to Makabel him. Achvile Bidei, he showed him with his hand to Makabel him, and the Talmud did not understand. Savar Mitchadachile, and the Talmud thought that he was just pushing him off like he always did. Azal Zakul Levin, so Palcha, so he went and he was Maimed Levin by the Zara. Amalei, Yeshua told him, Chazar B'cha, return. Amalei, Talmud told him, Kach Mukulanim Mukha Kol Achoyta Machtas Rabim, Ema speaking Yad Las Teshuva, the Amar Mar Kisha V'Siach V'Diach V'Echdis Yisrael. And therefore, you should not push someone away, because You see the Talmud and Gechazi were Nitcha and they did Averis. Zakti Gemara another brisa. Tani Rishim Lazar Omer Yetzer Tashmish Tinik the Isha Tehei small Deichav Yimim Karavis. All these things, Yetzahara Tinik Isha should push away with the left hand, and the Yamin should be Mekarav, because all those things Lamaisa are needed. However, you should not push them away all the way, because maybe let's say Tinik will go Tabras Ra, and a Tinik could run away, and Isha won't be Mekayim per Ribia. So therefore, it should be small Deicha and Yemim Mekaravis. Zakti Gemara weiter. So there's a new Mishnah here. The Mishnah is going to discuss what happens if they found the person that killed him by Egla Rufa, and also the Mishnah is going to say there are times where Egla Rufa is batal, and some other halachas. So Zakti Mishnah Nimsa Hayrig Ad Shalei Nerfa Egla. What happens if you find the Hayrig before? So Zakti Mishnah, what happens if you find the Hayrig? Teitze v'sira v'eder. So the egla, it goes out and it pastures, because it's only once it's an egla arufa it asks ba'ana. However, mishenerfa egla, what happens if you find the hayri, find the murderer after they've already did that made egla arufa to cover mekayim, you bury it asabana. Shal safik basim etchilasa, because it only bought the egla arufa from the safik to begin with. Kippur Sveika Lahakala, so you mechaper the Safik and you did the mitzvah, so therefore it has an Isser and it's by no, that's why you have to bury where it is. Nerfa Eglav Achach Nipzahir, what happens if you did Egla Rufa and then you find the Harig? Harei Zeya Harig. So Zakti Gemara, just because you find the Harig, it doesn't patter him. I raise the Hari, he gets killed because he murdered somebody. Zakti Mishnah, Yidechad says that I saw the Hari Gate Echad, is another Yidechad called Machashim and Oimer Loy Risi Nazi. Or Isha Imeris where Isa, a woman says that she saw the Isha Imeris Loy Ris, and another woman says he's Nazi. Hoya Oifrin, if they were Oirif, and they still don't know. So in the case of Achasha, they would be Eirif, the Egla, and because the person that took does not believe, and we still don't know who the killer is. And also Yedechad Re'isi and two Adam say Lo Re'isa, Hayu Eirif, they'd also be Eirif. Shanayim Eirif Re'inu, if two people say we saw the Echad Oimer Lahen, and one person tells them Lo Re'isi the Nazi, Lo Eirif, because in that case we know because two Adam say that they saw him. Although the person is not here, that we could judge him. Zakti Mishnah, that once it became a lot of murderers, the din eglaruv was batal. Why? Because it writes we do, and we knew every time somebody murdered, we knew who it was. Zakti Gemara Mishabal Eliezer ben Dinai, when the Ritzeach Eliezer ben Dinai came. Utechina ben Prisha Hayinikra, and originally he was called China ben Prisha, and then Chazru Korisei ben Haratzcha, and they went back to calling him ben Haratzcha. Zakti Mishnah weiter, Misharabo Manaf, with a lot of Manaf, and Pascha Amayim Amarim. And the Mayim Amarim stopped to by the Ksitis for Rabbi Zakai Sikon. I stopped at Shenem because it says it's possible to share Dal, Perik Dal, Pasuk Yudal, Loy Efgoid. Albanoi Seichem ki Sizneno, Valkali Seichem ki Sina Afno. Kiheim Im Hazoines Yefaredu, Im Hakdeshes Isabechu, Va'om La Yavin Yelovit. So the Gemara is really going to explain this pasuk. Apparently, it seems to be saying that it's only the mime is only boidik only when the ish is benukma abayin, and in this case was misharaba amenafim, the husbands are not benukma abayin. Zok the Mishavayim Mishamesi Yosef ben Yezer Ish Sreida and Yosef ben Yehuda Ish Yerushalayim Batlu HaShkolos. So Shkolos was like a title given to Talmid Chachamim. So Zok the Mishnah Shenem, because it says pasuk in Micha Zayin pasuk Aleph Ein Eshkalecha Bikura Ifsa Nafshi. Zok the Mishnah Yochanan Kohen Gadol Hever Hoydayas Hamaiser. So like he stopped the vidu beer meiser. I guess the Gemara is going to explain. Afu bidal tama'urim and sanoikvim. He also was mavatal the awakeners and the strikers. Also the Gemara is going to explain. Zok the Mishnah ad yamav hayapatish makab Yerushalayim. Until his days, the hammer would bang Yerushalayim on Chol Hamoed. So when he mavatal because it makes a loud noise. People could hear from far, and people don't know it's a davar of. People thought it was malacha done on Chol Hamoed. And in his days, he did not have to ask a chaver on the mai. So ma'asa pairs that took from Amma Aretz, because he's misaken that anyone that takes from Amma Aretz is ma'asa. So Tanur Rabban, how do you know Minayim Shem Nerfa ha'egla, and it's heard. How do you know if it already did the egla, nerf the egla, and then you find the murderer? She'im b'Torah says it doesn't patter the murder from Yisrael. Zaktimar Talmud says a pasuk. We have a parak lam and hey pasuk lam b'gamol. V'la aretz lo yichuper la'adam mashashupach ba'ki'im b'dav shefcha. The only way to get to kapara is b'dav shefcha is not mischaper be'egla. Zaktimar the Mishnah said Yerecha merisi is a hoyrige, and another Yerecha is machashim. It says loyreis. Allah is Arfin, you are Arf the Egla. So tomorrow, time of the Arfin. Why the Machashloy? Because the second one is Machash, Haloi Machashloy. If there's nobody with Machash, and there's just a Echad, it's Mehema. So tomorrow, now immediately Echad's believed, the Tanur Rabbanon, because learned, the Tanur Rabbanon learned. It says by Egla Loi Noidam Yiko, and it's Mashma Ha Noidam Yiko, but if you know that who hit him, who killed him, I feel Echad B'Seifa Oilam, even in Echad on the other side of the world knows who did it, Lo Yoyarfin, because you only need an Eidus, a drop Eidus, even an Echad is enough. Or Bekiva says, Menanos and Hedish Shuro Echad Sharks and Hevish. How do you know Sanhedrin sees somebody kill somebody, they aim at Kirinos and they don't know who it is, that they were not Oirf Tal Loimar? It says in the words of this kingdom, it says Veinenu Loiro. V'haloiro. And because this kingdom say Veinenu Loiro, in this case they did see. That's what it looks like Bekiva, therefore they would not be Oirf. This is Frekti Mar Hashta Amrit Eirechad is believed by Egla Ruva. Ida Chad Heichamatz Machshlik. So how can another aid come with Machshim? He's already believed. Amr will come up with Shemina Torah Eirechad. Harei Kan Shnayim. If Torah says it believes like two, the Ein Var Shal Echad Mukayim Shnayim. So the one that comes second, the third is Echad Mukayim Shnayim. Amr Lach Ula is up Ula no Tani Loi Hoyer Arfin. You have to read the Mishnah Loi Hoyer Arfin. Chim Amr Yitzchak Tani Loi Hoyer Arfin. Not Arfin. Chia Amar Chia says Tani Hoyer Arfin. He argues and he says no, they were Arf in such a case, but there was Achash Echad and Echad. In fact, the Maral Chia Kashu L'Achar is Shver L'Achar Komim Malkum Shemina Torah Echad. It's like Shnayim, so L'Achar he shouldn't pass Achasha. So the Maral Kasha Kam Basachas Kam Bazachazeh. If Basachas took to the Dibur, so then the first aid wasn't the sky, it's Shaykh to Machish. But the Bazachazeh, the second aid is not believed to have Achasha, Negadarishan, because it's considered Shnayim. Frekti Gemara and Chia Tanan, it says Eidechim Isi Sahar Geshnayim and Leris and two of them say you did not see Hoyu Arfin, then they would be Arf. So Gemara's Medai is Meduya exactly Gemara Ha Chad. But if one's made and one's Machish, Lo Arfin, it's mashma that you are not Arf. So it's Kasher Reb Chia. It's like Gemara Tifta the Reb Chia, because Reb Chia says that you were Arf. And for the Gemara Tameich, they ask for the Mishnah, Ema Seifa, saying the Seifa, it says Shanaim Ayim Reinu Ve'edecha and Leir Yisem Le'arf. And it says the Seifa, Shanaim Ayim Reinu and Ve'edecha says Leir Yisem are not Arf. So M'duyik Hachad Echad you are Arf. So the Chor is M'duyik Fakar, like a B'chia. So the Elma you can't M'dayik. I was like, Gemara, unless this in Kula Psula Eitis Kedar B'chema. The Mishnah is all going with Psulei Eidos, and it's going like Reb Nechemia. It says that any time you leave a Torah like Eid Echad, the Torah believes you like Eid Echad, you go bust a Rav Deis of the maid, and even if the Psula. In these cases, also Shtei Nashim B'Ish Echad, the Eidos of two, they made it, when Chacham made the Eidos of two Nashim, which is on a person, Keneged, the Eidos of one man, Kishnei Nashim B'Ish Echad, they made it like, that it has a din like two men against one man, that their Eidos is Batal, and also the Eidos of Nashim is Mevatel Eidos of Eid Echad, that's Kasha. Zakti Gemara, V'ikadamer, and some say another Pshat, Kol Echad Asa Eid Echad Kasha Mekar, anytime that Eid Echad comes first, that's Kasha, then he has a din like Shnayim. And Afilu Mei and Nashim, even if 100 women come afterwards, Ki Echadam, it's considered like one and they're not believed. V'hacha Ma'askina, the Mishnah Tomek, going to Asa Isha Mekar, first a woman came, retired to Reb Chia, Reb Nechemia, Hachi. And you could explain Reb Nechemia like this: whenever the Torah believed the Eid Echad, you go bust the Rav Deis. And they made two women connected one woman. They made that the Eidus is batal, like Kishnei Nashim B'Shechad, like two Nashim versus one man. But if it's two women negative man, Palgan means it's considered equal because it's considered only. Because it's considered echad, and so that's this pshat. So frankly, more of a tarti psuli edus lamali. Why do you need to have two ifan of psuli edus in the Mishnah? It's enough to tell you that by one time the chiddush yahochem echoreg days. So tomorrow, if I only say one of the case, now the time I might think to make a mistake. Ki haslina basar days. When you go basar days, it's on the chumrah to gabel the edus in order to do eglav. If I will kulo like in the sefer where you're not orphan, then you would not say it in. Therefore, it's kamashlan. You say you go basar right days im lekulo. Zaktim Maravayta. Mishnah said Mishnah Rabba Reitzchem. It's bot like the Tanur Rabbanim. Mishnah Rabba Reitzchanin. Bot like la rufa. Apil Chum is bot like rufa. Sheina ba'ala al safek because it only comes out safek. However, when there's a lot of Reitzchem, they recognize everyone knows who the Reitzchem are, and they know who did it. So Sharitzwan Rabbi Galui, but like a so Rabbi Reitzchim also it says that if it's Rabbi Reitzchim Gali and there's Adim, people know who it is, and but like a Zaktim Mishnah Sem Rabbi on Neifim, then it's stopped in Mayim Amar by Saita. Zaktim Mara, Tanur Rabbanon learned. It says in the parish of Saita, the middle parak Hey Pasuk Lam Na'al, V'Nigo Ishmael, and with Darshim, Bizman Ish Menuka Ma'avin, that in the time when an Ish is Menuka Ma'avin from Niyov, then the Mayim is Boit Gan Ishtay. But in Ish Menuka Ma'avin, if the man is not clean, then in a Mayim Boit Gan Ishtay. So therefore, they remember Vatal Mayim Va'aymer, and that's the Pshat. Va'aymer, and it says Pasuk Hishen Parak Dal Pasuk Dal the Efked Al Bnei Seichem Kisses Nena will not meaning to say, I will not examine your daughters on Mizana. Why do we have to bring a pasuk? That the sin of the Baal we will hold back the Bedika, however the Ban say Loi, but the avoidness of the children not. So therefore, Tashma that it's coming to say, I will not be boidik the wife because of the maisim of the kids and the daughter-in-laws. Chitema avin eshesish in oven the pnuya, maybe only a aver of eshesish, but a oven of pnuya not. In that case, we would be boidik. Tashma kehema zonis pareidu makdesh zavechu. That the Bible manoyifim with the pnuya is like prayed. So the pasuk says, "My ba'on lo yavin yilaveit." Amar Elazar, Amar Lahem Navi L'Yisrael. You never told you then about the makmin la'atzbechem and if you makmin on yourself from niyuf, then the mayim is boidik nishon secha. But on lav, the mayim is not boidik the wife, even though it's Rabbi Asaitis. Zakti Mor Misharabu Balei. When it was Nisraba the Balei, that they like to have a lot of no, and therefore they're not they don't bother to ma'ayin in the halacha and what the halacha is of a heter. This afso adinim is kalkol ma'asim. So then the dinim, everything just got ruined. People, they didn't care. And the ein noyach ba'ilam. In that case, when it's the kalkol ma'asim, this afso adinim, Hashem does not have nachas ruach in the world. Shirabu roye panim. When it was a strong roye panim, people that like favors and din, batal lesegur b'neish. It was batal letziv, the command lesegur b'neish. So this batal, you should not tremble from a man. Zok the Gemara. Upasak leisakiru, and it stopped the leisakiru panam mishvat. Uparko al shamayim, and then they misal al shamayim, and also they bol basavadot. Yeah, we go to Goyish courts. Misharabu loichashe lachishos, when it increased those who whispered. So Zakta Gemara, those who whispered in din to make a pesach for the schus of a person and to mechayiv another person. So that's what it's Rabba Charein Af Yisrael. So then there was a lot of anger by Yisrael because it came al yedei tweaking the din. The stalk ashchinam shoshanemar, and the shchin went away because then don't pay beis pasuk aleph and kim nitzav adas kill bekarabel him yishpoit. And that's only, Hashem is only rest the Shechina only when they judge al pi Torah. Mishrabu acher bitzam, when they went after gain, libam hoylech, their hearts went. That's a pasuk in Yecheskel Lamiyot pasuk Lam Av. Libam hoylech. Rabu, again, it's Zakta Gemara, Mishur Rabba Acher Bitzon, when we went after gain, Libam Hoylech, so their hearts would go bust or whatever they just desired, and Rabu Imel Ra Teva Tevra. Mishur Rabu Imel Ra Teva Tevra, when the people, when increased the people that said I'm bad good and good bad, then Rabu Hoy Hoy Ba'olam and Paranis increased in the world. Mishur Rabu Moshche Haroik, when it increased people that they would spit like a far distance. So apparently that was like gaivos. And then Rabbo Hayihirim, and the Gasi Ruach increased, and the Smaito Talmidim. And there became less students because of their gaivo. They would not be Mishamish or Rebbeim. But Torah Chazer Salam down, the Torah would go back on its studiers. Misharabbo Hayihirim, when the Balagaiva increased, his Chilvan Yisrael and Nasr Hayihirim, then the Yiddish girls started marrying them. Because the Dur only sees chitzaynis. For Gemara, Eini, is it true that someone's a balgaiv is noisechim in anashim? Someone's a balgaiv is not makobel even on his wife. Shenemar gever yaher v'lo yinve. And we dash lo yinve afilu b'nava shaloi, even in his own house. And for the Gemara, mekar kaftzalei. In the beginning, they jump in because they don't realize balgaiv. It was safe when they marry him and they realize that mitzvah alayo, then it's nimas be'ena. Then she gets disgusted once they're married. Mishurav matile malai al balei batim. When it increased, matile malai, the people that gave their merchandise to sell al balei batim. So apparently dayanim they gained because they gave their schir to certain seichrim to sell it, and therefore, when it came to the Torah, and they would tweak the Torah for those people who they were working with. So when that happened, Rabba Hashecha Vatayas Mishrat, and Sheikhan increased and tweaking the Torahs, Upaska Teva, and goodness stopped. Misha Rabu Mekabledi Tavascha Machzikani Tevesecha. When it increased, the Yanim that tell the Balidin V'kableni toivascha, I accepted your favor, machzikani toivesecha, and I support your goods, and they machzik toiva to them. Rabu ishayasha be'inav yaseh, then it increased the ishayasha be'inav yaseh, and shvalim hugbo v'agvoyim hushvalu. The people that were low got raised, and the people that were high were lowered, because they weren't scared of dayanim, and it wasn't nickering a difference between high and low. Malchusa azla v'nagla, and the malchus of Yisrael was misnavelas. Zakti Gemara Misha Rabu Tzari Ayin, when increased people that were stingy with their money, v'terfik teref and gazlanim, Rabu ba'amtze halev. Then people didn't have so much rachmanas, sympathy on anim anymore, and they weren't lending money more. But avru al masha kasav batayra, and they were able, when it says in there, far in parak tezvav pasuk zayin tutes l'sa'amis l'vavcha v'le'sik b'siz yadcha v'yisham l'chasav it's a lav. Zakmar Misharab and Tuyis Gar Misakar Seinayim, when it increased the people that went with long necks and Misakar Seinayim, like they wink with their eyes. Pasuk Nishai Paragon put the Pasuk design Rabu Hamayim Amar. So it increased people that were Makana did Kina on the wives. And the Mayim Amarim was set to increase El Shapasku, but they stopped it. Misharabim Makabim Matanis, when increased the people accepting Matanis, Ismai to Hayamim, then the days got shortened, Eskato Hashanim, and people's lives shortened, the Chsiv, because it says a Pasuk in Mishnah Parak as well, Pasuk of Zayin, the Soine Matanis Yeche, if somebody hates Matanis, he will live. So when they accept Matanis, their lives shortened. Mishurabu Zechuche Halev, when it increased those that are arrogant, people that are semich on their bina and they don't listen to what other people have to say from a Rebbe, Rabba Machlek is Yisrael, so conflicts increase. When the Talmidim of Sham Hillel got a lot, it became a lot, they weren't Mishamish Kol Tzarech. When it increased the Talmidim of Shammai and Hillel that were not Meshamish Kol Tzarech and the Rebbe, then it increased Machlekes Yisrael, and Torah became like two Torahs, because they weren't so much Meshamish and Rebbe, they didn't know the halachas apparently so well, and one was Mater and one Aser. When it happened that the people increased, the people that were accepting tzedakah from Goyim, Yisrael were Ma'ala v'him l'mata, you know, were up and they were down. Yisrael were Fanim, Yisrael were inside, v'him l'achar, and they were behind. Zok the Mishnah said, Mishameis Yossi ben Yezer was Baklo Eshkalos. My Eshkalos, Zok the Gemara, what does Eshkalos mean? Zok the Gemara, Amar Yehuda Amar Shmuel, Ish Shahakol Boy. It's another way of saying Ish Shahakol Boy. That is, Torah is Emes, and it's saying a Mila.